I know what you all are probably thinking as we make these projects and we watch them in class. This is all just silly business. Well, we thought ours was going to be silly business too, but we're fully convinced that something's going on here at Seneca, and Pan, I think you need to watch out. So here's where we're going to start. The Seneca shovel. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this before, but for those who haven't, you're probably thinking, what the heck? Well, it's located outside of the front doors. We were really curious as to what this was used for, so we decided to read the plaque. This is when we got really suspicious. It says Seneca High School groundbreaking, and then it gives us the dates of when the school was made and it started being made. But look at the wording. Groundbreaking? What ground are you breaking? Our school is on the ground, and I'm no architect, but I don't think you need to dig into the ground to build above the ground. So this really got us thinking, what if maybe there was some kind of basement involved? No, not that pretty kind of basement that you can hang out with your friends in, because our school cannot afford that. Yeah, something creepy like that. Perfect. But no, that's a crazy idea, so we decided to walk back to class and think about another idea for our conspiracy theory. Then we saw the evidence. Authorized personnel only. This can only mean one thing. This is the door that opens down to the steps to get to the basement that only certain people are allowed to go to. Then we thought we were crazy until we saw this book in the library. Hush, hush, our school has to be hiding something. Next, as we were walking out of the library, we saw this. A beautiful image on one side with a bright sky, and then a dark, evil, black sky on the other side, showing that our school is hiding something very, very evil. What finally solidified our conspiracy about the basement was the slant in F Hall. As you can see, it goes down. That can only mean one thing. There has to be a basement. Now, this might be a little bit confusing, so we hired a professional to draw this out for you guys. As you can see, the bottom has a basement, and the top has Seneca, and where that giant slant is F Hall. Makes sense, right? We decided to ask the very honest Jadon if there is a basement in Seneca, and here's his response.
Jadon, have you ever been in the Seneca basement?
Oh yeah, the Seneca wait, what?
Did you hear him say yes first? His honesty got the best of him.
No, there's no basement.
Sure? You just said yeah.
Pretty sure there's no basement.
But who exactly is authorized to go in this basement? Well, we found our answer right across the hall from one of the authorized personnel use only doors. It was the Teachers of the Year. So now we're thinking maybe it's the Teachers of the Year and the Teacher of the Month that are allowed in this basement. Then we thought to ourselves, Panarella hasn't gotten Teacher of the Year yet. But why hasn't he? He's a really amazing teacher, and I don't think he's done anything bad. But we do know one thing he's done bad. Killed his hamster. Ripped it in half. So now what we're thinking is that this has something to do with Panarella's hamster. So we decided to interview a few people that could give us some answers. First, of course, we decided to interview his dad.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you bury the hamster?
I couldn't find it to bury it. It kind of disappeared on me.
Did you hear that? Disappeared? That means Felix might still be alive.
Oh, so that means the hamster wasn't buried. It disappeared out of nowhere. What could that mean? Is it still alive? It's still alive.
Next, we interviewed teachers who have earned Teacher of the Year or Month.
Right. So you got Teacher of the Year, right?
Yeah.
So why'd you get Teacher of the Year?
Because I have great lessons.
Anything else?
I communicate really well with students.
Yeah, and you've heard Pan's hamster story, right?
Yeah. I've heard that.
And the hamster's dead, right?
Absolutely.
100% dead. Definitely dead?
Dead.
Dead.
As dead as it could be.
I'm sure we all can see the nervousness on Miss Bet's face as she answered these questions.
Alright. So, you got Teacher of the Year, right?
I did, yes.
Alright, so how'd you make that happen?
Well, I'd like to think that the people who vote on Teacher of the Year recognized my work in the classroom, and that I really care about my students and my craft of teaching.
No, you know about Pan's hamster story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? And it's dead, right?
Definitely. Years and years ago, that thing died. A long time ago.
Really?
Dead and gone, dead.
Yeah, you know how it died too, right?
Dead. I just know it's definitively dead. And does not exist anywhere anymore. At all.
Nowhere, not at all.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Fucking hamster.
Oh,
Dead.
That's good.
Dead.
During Jensen's interview, he mentions that Felix is dead a suspicious amount of times.
So, you're Pan's sister, right? So, you're the sister.
I am the sister.
Alright. So, you work at Seneca too, right? Have you ever made Teacher of the Year?
No.
Did you hear that? Pan's sister also never got Teacher of the Year. That is further evidence that Felix is involved in this manner, because the death of Felix was a conjoint effort between the two of them. Let's continue to hear her interview.
And you and Pan, you killed that hamster, right?
Yeah, well, it was his fault, but yeah, we killed our hamster.
And do you think the hamster would be mad at you?
I guess so. I guess I should have let go, but it was mine and I had it first, but I guess it would be mad.
And you guys had a funeral for your hamster, right?
Of course. He meant a lot.
Did you see the body?
No, my dad put it in a little box for us. I didn't want to see it.
So you didn't see the body?
No. Why? Why are you asking so many questions about my hamster?
That's all the time we have today.
This is a lot of information being thrown at you at once, so let's do a rundown of this theory. So it starts out with the Seneca shovel, and it being quote-unquote groundbreaking. Then came the idea of there being a basement, which was then further confirmed by the Slanton F Hall. Then, using evidence, we found out that only Teachers of the Year were allowed in this basement. And Panarella and his sister have never gotten Teacher of the Year. So, we know that this has something to do with Felix the hamster, which leads us to our final theory. Our final theory is most definitely backed up by the evidence which we gained during all of our interviews. So, without further ado, here is our final theory. Panarella's hamster, Felix, holds cult meetings with all of the Teachers of the Year on how to take over Pan. This year, obviously, it was probably held on Zoom because COVID, Anyways, this is really scary, and I think, Panarella, you need to watch out for your hamster, and maybe even the Teachers of the Year. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our quote-unquote conspiracy theory, aka true story, and please be careful with your hamsters.